Hello everyone, it's Gavin, and welcome back to another tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use sudo to upgrade the runtime of your container chain. And today's demo will be taking place on the EVM demo container chain on Tanssi. First thing to keep in mind is that you do need to have the sudo key for your app chain, and you can find that regardless of whether it's a snap app chain or a dedicated app chain at apps.tanssi.network. And you'll be able to connect your wallet and head to your dashboard and see the details of your Snap app chain or dedicated app chain, including the sudo address. So the sudo address is something that you set when you are setting up your app chain. So you'll need to have the private keys for that, and you'll need to have the private keys associated with Polkadot JS apps. Once you've done that, you can head over to the developer tab and look for the sudo menu here. If you don't have the sudo menu, for example, if you look on developer and you see there's no sudo, this means that you haven't associated the sudo account with Polkadot JS apps. So even though you may have it, you haven't added it yet to Polkadot JS apps. So make sure that you do that and then head back, and let's go ahead and take the steps. So on the sudo page here, we are first, actually before we go ahead and set all parameters, let's actually get the new runtime wasm. And you can get that from the GitHub here for Tanssi, and you'll just need to scroll down. So starting at the top here, you'll need to scroll down to the latest runtime, for example, runtime 600. And if you expand the assets tab here, you'll see the particular wasm file that you need to upgrade. So in this case, we'll need the frontier template runtime wasm. And you can also get it from docs.tanssi.network. And so here on docs.tanssi.network, if we go to the builder section and we head to manage your app chain using sudo and dispatch runtime upgrades, you'll see here a full tutorial for upgrading your runtime. And we also have a table here that includes direct links to each of the wasm files. So in this case, we need to upgrade our container chain to version 600. And we are going to be upgrading the EVM container chain. So this is the exact file that we'll need. If you have a substrate container chain, you'll want to upgrade the corresponding substrate template here. You'll want to download that wasm file and upgrade your container chain that way. Now, there is a very important gotcha to keep in mind here. You need to upgrade your container chain's runtime sequentially, making sure not to skip any version. So if your version of your container chain is currently 400, you'll need to first upgrade it to 500, and then from 500, upgrade it to 600. If you skip any of these versions, this could mess up some of the migrations that take place between runtime upgrades, and it could possibly brick your chain. So make sure that you do upgrade sequentially, one at a time. In order to check which version your container chain is on, you can see in the upper left-hand corner, we are here on version 500 for the demo EVM container chain. So you'll look here in the upper left-hand corner of Polkadot JS apps for your container chain. So without further ado, let's go ahead and proceed with the upgrade. So we are going to make sure that we choose the system palette here, and we're going to choose system set code. And in this code bytes option here, we are going to switch it to file upload, and we are going to just go ahead and select our wasm blob. Make sure that you've chosen the correct wasm blob, and you can verify here with the name of the version as ending in 600. So lastly, before you submit the sudo, make sure that you are upgrading to the version that you intend to do so. So we're upgrading from 500 to 600, which is exactly what we want to do. And once everything looks good, let's go ahead and press submit sudo. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the sudo account with the password that I've chosen, and I'll press sign and submit. And our sudo call was successful, and our runtime upgrade is complete. Notice the 600 version up here in the upper left-hand corner. Note that this change won't happen right away. There is a delay between after when you submit the sudo call and when the actual version of your container chain is upgraded. It's a pretty short delay, but you won't see it instantly, so don't be afraid to go get a cup of coffee or go read a book and come back, and by the time you get back, your Frontier container chain will be upgraded as long as you note that it was originally submitted successfully. So as long as you get that green confirmation check mark when you submit the sudo call, come back, check on it later, and you should be in good shape. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.